Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. I got the second row of tin in yesterday. Now I need to get up there and insulate it. I have to have that heat on, otherwise the camera won't work. The camera will just keep shutting off if it's this cold. It was 9 degrees out here when I first came out here, so I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit before I do any more filming. I got all of this insulation cut yesterday, so what I'm gonna do is just clear out this area. I'm gonna start working up there. That's by far the hardest area. I'm gonna try to film what I can. I'll put the camera in my coat to keep it warm, and once it heats up a little better out here, I could start filming again. All right, it's about 2 hours later. I've been working on this stuff the entire time. I shut off that heater, but this one has to stay on. This stuff has to remain at room temperature to use, and it's still, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 degrees out here. Let me show you what I've done. Well, for one thing, I had to take the cover off of this so I could drop a plumb bob so I could see exactly where the center of this knockout goes up here. Then I notched the tin because it's going to come right here. This is an overly big notch. The conduit is going to come right up against the back side of this. So what I got to do is get the next panel in here with a hole cut into it, shove the pipe up through that, and then I rearranged this big wire. I'm going to have to go up over the top and thread that through. It's not going to be connected to there yet. It's just going to be hanging loose here, but I just need this wire through the pipe and the pipe through the hole. I'll show you what I did up here. It's kind of hard to see, but I only got this tiny little slot to go through. I don't know if you remember what that looked like, but we have this gas pipe going over and down, and then this pipe going along the wall over there, and a T back in there somewhere. I got everything notched out so it's nice and tight. The insulation's right up against everything. And once I get the next sheet of tin in, I can fill in this area right here and then put my R30 going across, and then my little blow-in stop. I don't know what to call that, but that's basically what it is. Once I blow in the insulation, that'll stop it from going back into there and plugging up the vents. All right. Work my way out of here. So this is as far as I can go on this one. Now I can finally move to the next one. Well, actually, I'm going to move to the far end and get that foamed right away. You have to foam these ridges or whatever. They're valleys on the top, ridges on the bottom, but those need to be foamed, and each one needs to be taped. So I guess I'll just start from the other end and work back to here. And here we are on the other end. When I got up here, what I did was lift that insulation, tape that seam, which is, maybe 8 inches in, lifted it up, taped it all the way across, took my foam, foamed the edges like I did on the other one, foamed and taped that, and then I got one full strip of fiberglass in, and this one's a little bit narrower, and as you can see, it's spanning the opening here. This is the only place I'm going to do that. In the rest of these, I'm just going to put strips of insulation in and leave the edge until I get the next panel in. Then I'll just lean over the top. It's too hard to do that in the corner here, so I'll get these completely filled as I go. So now I just got to get R30 piece in here, get it nice and tucked in, and then my blow-in stop, which is the R19. And I'm gonna fill this in a little bit so I don't have an air leak right here. All right, now for the R30 baffle, you got to make sure that these things are fluffed out up to their thickness. Give them a shake here and there. All right, let's get this pig in there. This is really good tape. Well, at least it has good adhesive on it. But the problem is, you can't tear it. You have to have a scissors with you the entire time. And it's a bit thinner than like block-it tape or Tyvek tape. They ran completely out of the block-it tape at Menards. They don't have any at any of the stores near here. So I ordered Tyvek tape. That was hard to find too. I got it on Amazon. But that's much better tape. I could just tear this off. And with this, if I want to do like a long line of tape, I have to get in there with the scissors and cut it at the end because this will not rip off. And like I said, the Tyvek or block-it tape are thicker than this as well. A lot of times when you're peeling this off, it'll tear and you'll get like a partial peel, like happens a lot of time with masking tape. And that really sucks, especially when you got to do as much picking around as we're doing here. Burnish. Just using the round edge of a chunk of 2x4 to burnish it. And I know this is a touch anal, but I have a little gap here. And I'm going to cover that up. All right. There we go. One more in this one, and then I have one bay left, and I really need to do some cleanup and move some things around. Then I can get the next row in. The next row has both of the garage door mounts and that hole for the electrical in it, so I don't even know if I can get that done in one day. We'll see. All right, let's get that last piece in here. You can hear that wind out there. pretty soon. It's going to be toasty in here, regardless of the wind. All right, most of the insulation is in. I probably should put a piece right here. That's what I did on the other side. Let's take a look. You could see I have the R30 and the topper in there as well. Yeah, I probably should do that. That way tomorrow I'll have less to do. I can't put the R30 in today because the conduit is going to come part way up into the insulation. Then I need to poke the wire down through it. Then I can put the R30 in and the topper. But yeah, it looks really nice up here. I can't wait until I get this last panel in, so I'm past the garage door hardware, and hopefully I can start moving a little faster. But there's all kinds of little pieces to put in here and these weird ends and stuff. So yeah, once I get past this, it should be smoother sailing. I don't think it's going to be smooth sailing, but it'll be a lot easier than this. All right, let me get this piece in, and then we'll figure out what we have time for the rest of the day. I'm sure it's already getting late. I started at 8 this morning, and I think it's about 1 right now, and I haven't had any lunch or anything yet, so maybe that'll be the last thing I do today. Okay, I got that filler piece in, like I said. Let's see if I can squeeze past here. This is kind of a tight fit. These are going to be different on each one, and if it gets tighter than that, which I don't think it does, I'll have to plan things out in advance, but I think I would have to work over the top of the truss if it gets tighter than that. Yeah, I don't think it will though. All right. So as far as time, I'm sure I have time to clean up, get a panel on the horses, and maybe even get it drilled. I don't think I'll have time to lift it up and screw it in place, but I should be able to get everything ready for tomorrow. All right, I'm back from lunch and I have about an hour left. So what I think I'm going to do, when I put these next panels in, I have to have that insulation up there trimmed to 6 1/4 inches, both sides. So there's no way on earth I'm going to be able to get a panel in here today. So what I'm going to do is clean up this area, get everything straightened out, and get ready to start trimming that stuff first thing in the morning. I think if I can, I'm going to get a panel over here and get that ready as well, and we'll start again in the morning. Okay, got her all cleaned up, everything ready to go. I think when I go take the dogs for a walk a little bit later, I'm going to look for that 2-inch hole saw. That would be over in the machine shed. But the first thing I'll be doing tomorrow is going up on the scaffold and trimming that insulation to 6 1/4. Then I'll do it on the other side. Then I'll deal with this. I should be able to get, well, I have to pull the wire through and all that stuff too. So at least I should be able to get all 3 panels up tomorrow. But I'm thinking I can either get the insulation cut or possibly even get the insulation cut and installed. We'll have to see how things go. Tomorrow is the warmest day in the 10-day forecast, and then tomorrow night is the coldest night in the 10-day forecast. Kind of weird weather. It's going to be, I believe, 48 tomorrow. It's going to be really nice. And then it goes down to like 8 degrees overnight. So, real interesting day. As soon as the sun goes down tomorrow, it's going to start getting cold really fast. So, it may be a shorter day than I think it is. Okay, coming along really good though. My biggest worry for tomorrow is getting the hole cut in this panel without it making a mess of things. Who knows? We'll see. So if you want to see that and the rest of the action tomorrow, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.